a LG dishwasher. There's other types of dishwashers, but it's basically the same principle. I like to put the cups on top. The tongs are pretty straightforward. They come from up here, so you can pretty much put anything. These are slightly curved, so you can put small bowls. But mostly, I use this place for cups. These sections can go for the smaller cups, like the little teacups. And then these two long sections are for the big cups. This section, especially. Sometimes you have to dump out the liquid that are already in the cups because some people in the house are wasteful. Some. These are big cups that need to be on this side, the bigger long section. And then on the bottom of the dishwasher, there is places for plates. I like to put the plates on this side, and bowls, facing towards each other preferably. Now, this is an ambiguous section as well for pots, pans, and large circular items. And this this is where you put the silverware. The knives go right here. Blade first so the handle sticks out. The blade can get clean. Now, things like this, tricky, so you have to take it apart and put it all on the top in pieces so it all gets clean. So that helps. Little containers like this can also go on the top of the cups because they're small. And the lids can go where the little bowls are supposed to go. But there's no concrete rule. This is just how the tongs are shaped. This is a little bowl, so this is going to go right here. It's also a little bowl, so this is going to go right here. It has crumbs in it, so we need to come over here and rinse it off. I've prepared for this demonstration by making sure this mess is deliberate. Plates come over here. You see, I'm probably only going to get this sink done. As I said, this is deliberate, in case we needed 2 takes. And the big bowls that can't fit in either of the tongs can go in this ambiguous section. It's not supposed to happen, but if nothing broke, you can pretend it never did. More plates down here. This little plate can go where the little bowls go. The lid's on the bottom with the big plates. And the really big plates, you have to make sure they're on the outside so it doesn't obstruct all the smaller things. And nothing too tall can go right here because the soap comes out of this. And you can't block the soap trap. Little containers can go on the top of the cups. In there, one of the bigger bowls can go down here to the ambiguous section. Back to some more cups. Bowl. Dishwashers are especially tricky because it's not a puzzle piece. And if you're like my family and you have silverware and plateware that is not from all of the same set, it's more like 5,000 different puzzles and taking separate pieces from each one and jamming them in there. Sometimes the bigger cups are tricky if you've ran out of spaces in the big places. You have to rearrange some things, go back and arrange them after they're already done to make sure that you use all maximum capacities. Big things like this can go on the sides. There. That's okay because it's not blocking the soap trap and it's got holes in it so it's not blocking anything else. Now here's a big plate. We're going to have to squeeze the big plate after we rinse it off. freeze it behind the smaller plates. Here's the big thing. Pans are tricky. They go behind the plate and bowl section. And it's kind of covering the bowls, but not enough so they won't get clean. They're still going to get clean. Here's a big lid that I was talking about. It goes with the big plates. Now, we're getting down to the bare bones of the sink. Big ladles and spatulas and anything else can go in one of the spare sections on the top with the cups. Again, we have to move stuff around. Right there. And we have to move this cup over here so we can fit the ladles. Straws are not allowed in the dishwasher. The dishwasher will ruin them. Those have to be hand washed, as does these wooden bowls. There's a spatula. They're small enough can be fit into one of the sections of the silverware. So if they're big, they go with the cups. Dishwasher's filling up. I try to get all the silverware I can because that's the thing that you run out of first. When the dishes are piling up, that's when you start. The first thing you notice missing are the spoons and the forks and the knives. I try to get as much silverware as possible in the silverware sections. We have room in the bottom for a couple more big things. So I'm going to get these knives in there. Then I'm going to get this mixing bowl. Sometimes you have to get your hands dirty. This is not a clean business. Putting away the dishes is clean, but it's more movement because you have to get in the cabinets. I did that early in preparation. Now, if there's no more room in the plate and bowl section, but there's little spaces, you can put the bowls in the ambiguous section. It's not a perfect fit, but it'll get more stuff clean, and your dishwasher won't have any empty spots. This is not too tall to block the soap. So, that can go there. The big knife can go where the ladle and the spatulas are. The sink is still a bit full, but we can do that again in 2 hours, where we repeat the process when these dishes are done. We have to wait a few minutes after the dishwasher stops, because if you unload the dishwasher right when it stops, the dishes will burn your hands, and they're wet and their water will get all over the floor. Sometimes you have to put the soap in the soap trap. Make sure it's closed all the way, and it can be released. Hit power. We wash our dishes on normal, but it's a preference. It's not absolute, which is going to take 2 hours and 4 minutes. That's how you reload a dishwasher. It's not absolute law, but it works for us, and I think the general basics are the same.